guys, we're back with another declutter, and this time it's eyeshadow palettes. Oh, they are my weakness. As some of you know, I cannot stop buying eyeshadow palettes. You can't tell because of the angle right now, but this is actually like, let me show you. If I take this stack off, there's more. Take this stack off, there's more, like, and there's even more. This is a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So I'm gonna divide them up into categories and we're gonna declutter them that way. Oh, this is gonna be like picking a favorite child over here, but we will figure it out. I'm gonna start off with the smallest palettes in my collection. These are gonna be like quads or single shadows, just because I feel like those are the easiest to just get through really quick. So first of all, the Huda Beauty Obsessions. These have been in my favorites several times for a reason. They are some of my most used palettes. I absolutely adore them. Absolutely adore them. So I'm gonna keep all three. Charlotte Tilbury. This one is, I had called it the Uptown Girl, but this is the Sophisticate. This is the one with the mattes. I absolutely love this one. I'm gonna keep it. This one I just got, it's Pillow Talk. So obviously keeping that one. I also have the Dolce Vita one, but I don't know where it is. It might be in one of my travel bags and I have to kind of, I don't feel like looking for it, but I'm keeping that one. This little Tarte palette is very old and it somehow survived a bunch of declutterings because I really like this, taupey shade. It's so pretty, but it's just like, I don't know, they're kind of getting hard pan and they're not that great. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. So first, get rid of right there. These are Tom Ford quads. They are Perfection. This is Honeymoon, right there. This one is Nude Dip. I will never get rid of these. Not only are they gorgeous packaging, but they are an incredible formula and they are just very sophisticated on the eyes and I love them, so keeping those. This little Viseart palette, it's one of the Theory palettes. This one is in Cashmere, which is the most like neutral and wearable one. It's actually quite nice. They're nice. I have used it quite a bit, but I do not reach for it anymore. I forget I even have it, so I'm gonna clean it up and pass it along to someone else. This Ciate and Olivia Palermo palette is stunning, and the only reason I kept it is because I actually really like the Ciate shadow formula, and really this green is the most silkiest, butteriest green that I had in my collection until recently. I mean, look at that. And see, I see that now and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get rid of it. I used so much of this a few falls ago. This is probably now, God, 2-3 years old. I want to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it. Oh, is it ridiculous that I'm keeping it? I think I'm going to keep it. Let's put it in the maybe. Let's put it right here, and this is going to be a maybe. The Dose of Colors, I'm keeping only because it was limited edition. It's sold out now. And I used a crap ton of this shade. I don't know if you can see that it's like pretty dug into. Only keeping this because I like the packaging. I do not really use these. They're not bad. I mean, if you use them how they're supposed to, which is wet, they do work well and they are nice. Just not my favorite. I am excited to get the new palette just because I know that they've improved that, but I know it's a waste, but I'm keeping it just for the packaging. This Smashbox palette is one of their little ones that have like, isn't that cool? I really do like this one actually. And the green in here is also super pretty. Let me put that right there. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if I put these next to each other. They do seem very similar. And I just don't need both, do I? This one is older and this one is newer. Like I just got this one not that long ago. So I cannot keep both. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one and I'm gonna get rid of this one. I like that it's smaller. The purple in here is actually way prettier. It's like right there. And the other purple is this one, which is kind of chalky in this palette. So I'm gonna pass this one on, keep this one. This is the NARS Kawaii Duo. I love it, it's gorgeous. Those shades are beautiful. But do I reach for it? No. So it's gonna go. This Laura Mercier shadow in African Violet is gorgeous, but it is also very old, and I have not used it in forever, but look at that pretty shift. I don't use it. So, getting rid of it. This MAC shadow called Fly by Twilight is so pretty. It's like a true silver, very metallic. I really like this one. I'm gonna keep this one. Stila Kitten, I know it's a, I mean, look at that. I know it's a, you know, cult classic for a reason. And there it is. I mean, it is beautiful. I do reach for this actually quite often, so I'm gonna keep that one. This little Smashbox, little mini. I don't know where I got it from. I'm gonna get rid of that. Little Buxom mini. This shade, I don't know. I have like a weakness for taupey shades, I guess. Gonna get rid of that as well. That one's actually ready to be thrown out. This is my favorite single shadow of all time. I think I've talked to you guys about this before. This is Burberry in the shade Nude 002. This is their wet and dry formula. As you can see, it is very well loved. It's a very taupey shade. You can see it right there. I absolutely love this. I use this very often when I just want a wash of color on the lid. This is one of those grab and go situations where you just swipe it and you're done. So I'm never parting with this, and I will repurchase when it's done for. So that wasn't great because that's what we're keeping, and this is all we're getting rid of. So that's not great. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this one too. I don't need it. I need to be more cutthroat. I'm gonna get rid of that. And you know what else? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of both of these. Surely I have these already in a palette somewhere. So gonna get rid of those. Now we're gonna do kind of like mid-size palettes. Specifically, let's start with ColourPop because I am a little bit ColourPop obsessed and I need to stop it. I need to stop with the ColourPop palettes, to be honest with you. Like, nobody needs this many. Is this all I have? Oh, I do have this one too, the Perception palette. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's another one. Out of all these ColourPop palettes, this is the Cute AF. This is very well loved. This is a very good dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I am going to keep this one because I don't like to travel with my Sunset palette, but it is one of my most reach for palettes. So this is a great travel option. Keeping this one. My Little Pony. It's fun, it's cute, it's sweet. Do I reach for it ever? I think I've used it twice. There are a couple like pretty unique shades, but for the most part, I just don't reach for it. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. The ColourPop I Think I Love You palette is, I mean, again, it's really pretty, but I have a million neutral palettes. Do I need this one? No, I don't. Getting rid of that. You Had Me at Hello. You know, I thought I would reach for this a lot because I felt like it had some cool tones in it, but I find myself not reaching for it at all. Don't really know why, I just don't. Taking up space for me, and I just don't want to keep it. Dream Street Zodiac. I will never get rid of Dream Street. This is my favorite ColourPop palette. Oh, it's dirty. She dirty. It's my favorite ColourPop palette. It's beautiful. I get so many looks out of it. I never get bored of it. It's the perfect travel palette, so keeping that one for sure. And the Zodiac, I haven't had a chance to play with it so much, but it's really good with Dream Street. Like, I have used them together, so I'm not gonna split up the couple. Like, that'd be criminal. And Perception, absolutely love Perception. I think this is definitely one of their best palettes ever. Every shimmer shade in here is incredible. Like, let me show you this green. What? It's incredible. Love it. Highly recommend this one. I love Sarai palette. I'm definitely keeping this one. I love Dose of Colors of shadows, so I am gonna keep this one because I love it. I've been using it a ton. And speaking of Dose of Colors, I also have the Baked Browns and the Marvelous Mauves by them, and these palettes are as close to perfect as you can get for matte shadows. Like, I mean, are you kidding me? So these are staying for sure. Urban Decay Kristen Leanne, no longer around, but geez Louise, this is one of the best palettes they have ever released. It's not going anywhere. Love it. This is hard for me, guys. This is hard for me. Okay, well first, this piece of junk. This is quite possibly one of the worst palettes I've ever used in my whole life. Came in my BoxyCharm. It's straight up garbage. No thanks. Gonna pass that on. Okay, the Jouer palettes. Here's the thing. I actually really like these. I think they're excellent quality. I think they are an amazing brand. I love them. I really enjoy these a lot. I mean, they're stunning. Like what, you know, they're stunning. The quality is there. I just don't know that I need them. This one I do use fairly often. But this one I don't hardly use at all. I used to use it quite a bit, but now I really don't reach for it at all. So I think I'm gonna sell this one. It's really pretty. The, you know, the formula is quite nice and rich. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe to these, but I might wanna sell them. I'm gonna keep them there for a minute while I think about it. One that I'm definitely never going to get rid of is this one. This is the Narcissist Fully Loaded. I absolutely adore this one. Now that I'm looking at it, these are quite similar, so I'm going to get rid of the Jouer, and I'm going to keep this one. This one is way better. Like, it's a way better formula. They last super well in the eyes. This is the best formula that NARS has ever done that I've tried. So I'm going to keep these. And I know you drugstore fans are going to hate me for these, but I'm going to get rid of the Milani Bold Obsessions and Most Loved Mattes. I've talked about how much I liked these palettes, and I did really like them. But when I'm thinking about, you know, like how Jessica Braun says it, curating my collection, I just don't, these don't make my heart sing to the point where I need to keep these. I think they are really, really good, though. And if you know, are on a budget, these are great. I don't reach for them. It's just criminal that they're sitting in my collection, not being played with. So these are definitely getting passed on. And you know what? I mean, I can't have one Jouer and not the other, so that one's going too. My Thrive palette, I really like this one. It is neutrals, but it is a very good workhorse palette. I really enjoy it, so I'm gonna keep it. Oh, Viseart. Viseart. Well, this is gonna kill me a little bit. Neutral matte, like top 5 palettes of all time. I love it. And I'm keeping that one. But these one, which is Sultry Muse and Bijou Royale, I don't use them. I don't reach for them. They are a sophisticated shimmer, and I think they are 100% worth it if you do like editorial work or anything like that, because you'll see they're like a very kind of, I wouldn't say that they're sheer, but they're very delicate, and so you have to build them up. They take a lot of like finesse. I think that's why Viseart is actually completely reformulating their shimmer formula, and they're discontinuing a lot of these. This one actually has quite a punch to it. Let me give you like those are pretty nice, but I just don't reach for them, and I don't find that they look all that good on my eyes or that they last all that well for me. And I think someone else would probably really enjoy these. I'm gonna probably sell these and get some of my money back. That's one tip I have for you, is Viseart retains its value really, really well, and it is easy to sell. And my last ones that I am definitely keeping are Too Faced Just Peachy and my Tartelette palette. This is what we're getting rid of. I mean, I feel pretty good about that. And I'll show you once, you know, we have everything, what that's gonna look like. Next section, I don't know, these are like a little bit bigger than the last ones, I don't know. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna keep the Alamar palette. It's really, really pretty, really beautiful quality. I'm so happy that I got this in my BoxyCharm. Keeping that one. Anastasia Beverly Hills, Soft Glam, keeping. Modern Renaissance, absolutely keeping. Oh my gosh, this one is filthy, guys. I use this a lot. Prism, keeping 100%. I know a lot of people didn't like this one. I hated, absolutely hated Subculture. But this shade right here is like, I don't even know how to explain this shade. I'm keeping it just for that, really. But these two are incredible together. This green is so pretty. This is such a nice transition shade. I really enjoy this palette, and I get a cool look every time I use it. So keeping all those. Master Palette by Mario, same thing. I love this one. This one is actually very well loved. I use this one a lot in the fall because it's kind of like a twist on neutrals. I like this one. Too Faced Chocolate Bar. I just picked this up during the 21 Days of Beauty at Ulta. It looks like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't really love Too Faced shadows for the most part. I absolutely love that peach palette, but this one, it's okay. I don't see anything special. I fell for the hype because everybody said it's a must-have, but I don't love it. It's going back. So this is Declutter, but it's actually just getting returned for a refund. Kim KW and Mario. I don't know if you guys know this, but I cannot stand the Kardashians. But this palette is bomb AF. And I ate my words. I was like, no way, this is gonna be good. It's so, so good, guys. Reach for these a lot. Keeping it. Gemini palette, one of my favorite palettes of all time at this point. Also have been, I mean, look at that. Like, haven't had it that long, and I'm already using the ever-living life out of it. Keeping it. Jouer Skinny Dip. Surprisingly, I know I'm getting rid of the other Jouer ones, but I'm going to keep this one. There's only one shade in here that isn't great, which I think it's Bikini. It's just kind of a flaky mess. But like, I mean, they're ridiculously metallic, and they're amazing. You do need to use a glitter glue for them because you will get fallout, but they're stunning. Keeping. Marc Jacobs. I'm going to keep this one editorial. This one was sent to me by Influencer, and I really like it, so I'm going to keep it. This one is the Dreamer. This is their first formulation of these, and this was a great little neutral palette, but I don't reach for it, so I'm going to get rid of it. And this one is the Glambition, which has kind of replaced that one. It's a really nice palette. I am going to keep this one as well. This Becca was my very favorite when I first got it. This is the Ombre Nudes. I used it a lot, but because, and I'll show you guys. Basically, if you took the Mauve palette and the Baked Browns palette by Joseph Colors together, you get this palette, and the formula on these is just like out of the park better. So I don't need this. It's gonna go. In fact, this may be expired, and I think I have to get rid of it altogether. Natasha Denona, keeping all these. I don't even need to talk about that. Not a lot of decluttering there, just 3, but I promise it'll add up. And these are oversized palettes, or palettes that I just found that I forgot to include in the other categories. Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership 2. I'm keeping this one. I've talked about this in my favorites. I think I even did a review on it. Love it. Not going anywhere. It's a piece of art. Not going to go anywhere at all. These are some of my singles. There's some Makeup Geek and some Sydney Grace. Like, if you haven't tried Sydney Grace shadows, by the way, guys, like, they are so good. This shade in Blushed and this shade in Queen of Hearts, they're so good. So, for sure keeping that. My Melt Cosmetic Stacks, which look like that. I mean, those are going nowhere. Those are my favorite. Melt makes some of my favorite formula shadows, so those are staying. Some of my singles, and I Really like those as well. They're Makeup Geek. I don't reach for my singles as much as I reach for other ones, but I still really like to have these in my collection, especially at times for like Halloween or something where I just need like one specific shade. I do like to keep these. My Persona palette, oh my gosh, you guys, this is one of the best neutral palettes you'll ever have. If you don't have this, you need it. You need it. You need it. ColourPop All I See Is Magic palette. I really like this one, but I'm wondering if it's too similar to one that I'm already keeping. Let's see. Are there similar shades in this one? A little bit. I'm gonna get rid of it. This is actually one of their best palettes. I really do like it, but you know what? I think I have a lot of crossover with other palettes I'm already keeping, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. This Smashbox palette is so good. I don't know. I got it on super sale for like, I think I ended up paying like $15 or something. It's one of those masterclass ones that they release for the holidays. And this is all like cream products. So contours, highlights, correctors, and then eyeshadows and blushes. I'll show you. The eyeshadows are actually surprisingly quite good. I don't normally love Smashbox shadows, but these were actually quite good. But what I really love is I love the correctors and I love the cream contour. These highlights, they're cream and they're okay. They're not the best, but the blushes are great. So I'm gonna keep it mainly for the cream products. Natasha Denona Safari, obviously I'm keeping that for now because I'm still testing it. I think I'm going to have a review up on this on Thursday or Friday, something like that. Still working my way through it, but so far I do really enjoy it. It's gorgeous. These Becca shadows are so pretty. I'm going to keep these. Weekend Festival palette. It does cross over a little bit with the Kristen Leanne, but this shade right here is enough to keep it for me. It's so pretty. I like it. It's fun. It's really good quality. BH Cosmetics makes good stuff, guys. Natasha Denona. I'm going to be a little controversial with Natasha today. I love my Lila palette, and I love my Sunset palette, so those are staying. My Star palette is gorgeous and well-loved. But I don't like this shade. I don't like this shade. It's like a gritty mess. And this one is kind of the same thing. They're gritty. There's a certain formula in here that she used that was so gritty and dusty and just messy that I hate to reach for it. Even though that shade is stunning. She is coming out with a mini version of this one, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this one on Mercari and use the money to buy the mini, and then someone else can love on this one. And this Natasha Denona Purple Blue. Same thing. I'm actually going to get rid of it. I got this in my Beautylish box at the end of the year, my lucky bag, and I just wanted the green brown one so badly, and I mean, you can see, like, I haven't even played with half these shades, which is just a shame, but I don't know. It's just money that I could use for other things. They are lovely. Don't get me wrong. They are lovely, and Natasha Denona makes some of my favorite shadows, but like, this is a $250 palette, and it's just sitting here. You know, like, that's a waste. That's an absolute waste, and I feel like just wasteful. I mean, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. But I'm not using them, you know? I'm not loving them. I'm not using them. And that's just a waste. It's an absolute waste. So I'm going to sell these two. I think I'm going to sell those two. And Jaclyn Hill, I'm going to keep. I know that, like, that seems crazy, right? Like, I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to get rid of these. But this palette is kind of a gem, guys, and I love it. So I'm going to keep it. Makeup is meant to be loved. It is not meant to sit in your drawer and expire. So I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, guys, that's what we're getting rid of. I'm not going to show you what I'm keeping because it still seems embarrassing. But that's what we're getting rid of, and I'm actually proud of myself. I was pretty cutthroat about a few things. You know, it is hard to say goodbye to certain things sometimes, but makeup is meant to be loved and appreciated. So that's it. That's gonna be the end of that video. I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.